Alright, this is my Land Rover Defender 110. We're back on it. In the last video, we were messing around with some large things. We welded a diff guard onto the axle. We then decided to strip all the parts and just polybush them because the old ones are pretty gone. So polybushes went in. We did that a bunch of times. We got loads of brand new bolts. We fitted some stuff. We added a lot more weight to the car. We got brand new drop links. We got a brand new steering arm, which is heavy duty. And we've got this contraption going on now, which is epic. We did a steering arm conversion and we upgraded that to heavy duty steel as well. And then finally, we took it for tracking, got it perfect. And now the Defender drives amazing. So that is the front end done. So this video, I wanted more paint and we have decided to move on to the rear.
I'm in, we're in.
We're in, locked in, ready to go.
Let's go.
What are we doing?
Defender.
Rear. I hadn't really planned on doing any of this a couple of weeks ago. I originally just thought, you know, let's just fit some steering arms, but now we're doing a full Defender bush redo.
Saga.
Yeah, we're basically just trying to make the underneath brand new. So we did the front last video, and that drives lush. But we have all the kit to do the rear end, and there's quite a lot going on in the rear, so
may as well do it.
we're gonna do it. I'll show you what we got. We have a load of new parts. Big fat bushes, more bushes, D-bushes, drop links. We got brand new bolt kit, and we got one of these fatties. And then we got loads of stuff to do for the camper setup. We got some electronics and leisure battery stuff to do because we want to upgrade the power, because I'm going to go camping next week and we're going to make a video. So next week will be all the results of the fruits of our labor. We got some big fat nuts and bolts to remove. Everything looks crusty and muddy, so we're going to be filthy by the end of this video.
Miserable.
Yeah, I do love it though. This one here, these are your radius arms. We have one on that side, one on that side. There's huge bushes there, and there's some here. So we've got that one to do, and then this big A-shaped thing. There's bushes in there, and then there's a huge joint there, which
looks cooked.
yeah, it looks pretty cooked. You can just knock out the ball joint and replace it, but I just thought I'd buy the whole joint, so. That's step one. That's gonna be today's job. Right, I'm gonna take the wheels off just so you guys can see better, and so we can see better. And also so I don't walk into them, because I always walk into wheels, and it makes me wanna punch something. First hurdle.
Lost it off.
1, 2, 3, 4, off, locking wheel nut, lost it.
We reckon we might have left it on the wheel and then driven it.
It's literally been about half an hour of just us looking everywhere for it. So yeah, I reckon we're gonna thread this in. We're gonna weld it and then hopefully I'll get it off. Love a hurdle at the start of the video.
It's great.
Makes my day, love it.
So good.
Side quest number 2, come on.
Easy as that.
Right, back to it. Still on the first bolt of the day.
Great.
That was some tension, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That one's free.
Big boy here.
I think we got these nuts there holding like the actual bushing, but I think on the back, yeah, there's a big fatty. So let's undo that and then that should just pull out.
How's she looking?
Look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's mang.
Press it.
Press it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Committed, that was.
Committed.
Yeah, give that a little wire wheel.
Yeah.
Clean her up.
Absolute beauty.
That's lovely. Real OEM parts, bro. That's
Real.
real wicked.
That is real mad.
That's crazy, bro. That's a lot of grease.
That is real greased up.
Oh! That noise is unreal.
Oh, my hands are all,
Little broken wrist.
my hands are all greasy. Nah, that's a press job.
Put it in the press.
Yeah.
Also, listen here, you mugs. Another thing. Would you guys be interested if we made BQR mugs? We've been thinking that. We drink a lot of coffee around here, so we thought we might make our own mugs.
I reckon we should take the mick out of them.
Le Creuset.
But Le Bocquet.
Le Bocquet.
Le Bocquet.
If anyone wants to see any Le Boc mugs, let us know. We'll put it on the Christmas list so you can buy your partners BQR mugs. Bush 1 done. Now what about this side? Is what you've all been thinking. On t'other end are these bushes here. And yeah, they're bolted in. Nutted in.
Nutted on.
1, 2, 3, rip and dip, let's go. Old, new. Pretty big. And then, got the new bolts as well. Let's try and bang that up into there. Ooh. We're a little bit stumped because the axle moved loads when we took the bolt out. So it's really unaligned. Like trying to get the bolt and the thing to line up, we're miles off because the axle is moved because we took tension off it. In hindsight, we probably should have done it on the floor and like chocked the wheels to stop the axle moving. But we're here now, aren't we?
Hey, we're it.
Yeah, so we're in here and we've bolted it up, and then yeah, you see how far. Look at the gap. Right, drop it down then. This is just so dull to watch. So we'll see you when it's done. Maybe in a few hours. It's 3:30 now. This could take a while. Have that, you bastard.
That was a dog.
Yeah. What was the technique in the end? Just go on the floor.
Yeah, go on the floor and then just smash it to death.
That one's in. We've got to tighten them, but onto this side. That is all done. So, that big front one under here, that puppy, 176 Newton meters with the weight on the floor. There she goes.
There she blows.
And then the back two are 180. New bush in there, new bush there, same that side. Same there. So that is the rear trailing arms. Done. So that is one of the jobs on the Defender rear end done. But the next one is a little bit intimidating and it's probably going to be worse. Back here, basically it's this huge A-frame and this massive ball joint right here. As you can see, ours is very perished. Probably not going to be doing too much. And yeah, you've got these two massive arms coming off the side of it. They have bushes in as well. I'm going to assume that these have never been done and this is as old as the truck is, so let's get started. More big spanners that we didn't have that we need. So next morning, one trip to Halfords and we have a 30mm spanner. Look at the size of that.
That's nice.
That is nice. And a 27. That nut is 27 mil. And it was just spinning with the adjustable, so we've got that to go on there. And then this ball joint here is a big 31. And we can't get a socket on that, so we have to buy some spanners.
It was going for ages.
And it was raining dust.
Suddenly stopped.
Oh,
My hand is like cramping.
and it's gonna keep going with the back bolts. I'm gonna start trying to attack this one, this 30 mil. Today is just challenging us. The spanner I just bought to fit on here, the 30 mil, doesn't actually fit because the fuel tank is in the way and the way the spanner kicks up, it doesn't work. So you can see here, I'm just heating up the spanner and trying to bend it to actually make it fit. But then even then, I couldn't even get onto it and get it properly undone. So in the end, I just tried to drill it out. Tell you what,
Battle's going on today.
some absolute battles going on. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I didn't even need the 30 mil spanner in the end. She's loose now. Andy's recipped sword one of them. And there it is. That's one out. Oh my God. We started at 8 AM, it's 10. 2 bolts in 2 hours, nice.
Take me, Lord.
Like a lizard. Get that blood hot. So you can start moving freely again. Yeah. There you go.
That's so heavy.
That was a pain. Yeah. That was a lot harder than we thought.
Really?
So the reason we've done it is to get, well, yeah, they look a bit perished. So you can see what we're replacing there. How good does that feel? Oh my God. This is your A-frame ball joint. So when this goes, it's basically like, it makes your steering feel a bit like vague, and it can feel like a bit like floaty on the rear, which mine does. Broken down.
Jesus.
Let's go, right.
I didn't know you could go like that.
Press these two out. Next, a load of people keep asking about the Datsun, by the way. We have not forgotten about it. We've just decided it's a winter project. So probably next month we'll start it again, October, and then we're gonna hit it hard.
Heavy.
So yeah, we haven't forgotten about it. We just decided we were gonna do it in October, and then it's just gonna be our winter project. So.
Because we need a winter project.
We do need a winter project. Cleaned up, ready for poly bushes. They are in. Time to rebuild. Rear A-frame full bolt kit.
Oh my God, that feels lush.
Alright, we're gonna build it on the floor.
Like that?
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? And that is the A-frame all done, 2 new poly bushes and a completely new joint at the end. So that is ready to go back in. I also know what a lot of you are thinking. We should have painted this stuff. But the only way I'd really want to do it is to send it all off for powder coating, and then it would have mean the truck would be out of action for ages. So we'll do that another time when we do a chassis rebuild or, you know, paint the whole truck. So for now, let's put it back in. This is satisfying. This is the last of the bushes. And then round up there. Yeah. Right, we're gonna bolt this in. This is gonna take a while, I reckon, just fiddling around and getting everything situated and torqued down. So, see you in a sec. And there we bloody go. Right. New A-frame ball joint, new bolts, new poly bushes in there, new bolts, new poly bushes in there, new bolts. We've lowered it down, torqued it to spec, and that is all done. That is the last of the bushes, isn't it?
Yep.
Except one final ting on the rear.
Put your anti-roll bar back on.
So, again, I pulled this off a scrap Disco 1, and they, like, yeah, it's been sat in a field for years, and they had bad bushes, and we had the wrong brackets. So we've had to buy new brackets, new drop links, new anti-roll bar, D bushes. Ah, shiz. Offer it up. So we got a bracket there and a bracket there. All right, we'll tighten them in a minute. But we got 4 bolts in there, and then the whole thing moves, and then we got a hole there, and we're gonna get a drop link to go from there and there. Drop link in. That's basically it's out there.
And then like these.
Job done. Yeah, it is a very skinny anti-roll bar, but Defenders didn't want you having too much stiffness, you know? It was like basically a middle ground between like give you an anti-roll bar for a bit of road stability, but also don't make it too thick so that you can still articulate when you're going off-road and up and down farms and that. Oh,
Baby girl.
done. Defender, bush, arm, everything, refresh, tick it off. Look at that responsiveness. Jeez. I'll be hitting apexes. I feel better. Yeah, loads better. Like, obviously it's still a Defender, so it's still gonna be like, not amazing. Also, that squeak does my head in. There's a squeak behind the dash. It definitely feels just like a lot more stable.
Or planted.
Yeah, like, feels tight. Hey, yeah.
Whoa!
You know when people come smoking into a corner as if I'm the one driving fast? I'm in a Defender, I ain't going fast.
I'm gonna come fast.
We not come fast, mate. This is unbelievable, look at this.
Oh yeah.
Baja truck now. You can feel it in the steering wheel. Obviously we did all that stuff last week as well, but
Yeah, that's lovely.
yeah, it's just, feels brand new.
So good. Every bush done.
Wow, I've done like, we did 3,000 miles in Europe last year with all these bushes dead. I am so used to how this truck felt
Yeah.
with bad bushes, like, if that makes sense. That this is like, this just feels sick. Okay, it's been a few days. I've taken apart the dash and fixed that squeak because that was doing my head in. So that's sorted. Defender is driving unreal for the first time in my ownership, so I'm really happy we've done that. The next thing we've got to do, just before the camping trip, I want to get some little upgrades done to our 12 volt system. On the roof, we got 200 watts of solar. Right there. And then in the back of here, this is my tool thingy. Ignore that, we used to have the diesel heater there. We have 100 amp hour lithium battery in there. And then we have diesel heater here. We have a 240 volt plug there, and we've got 2 USBs there. And there's an inverter back there. Basically, the only limitation we found with the 12 volt system, we've also got a fridge. This is probably one of the best things I've ever put in here. So you can have cold food, cold beers. The only time we've ever struggled with the power is charging laptops, when we've sort of like parked up at the same spot for a few days, has eventually drained the battery. So I'm sort of gonna hit this with 2 different attacks. Number 1, we have another lithium battery. And then also I got this, which is actually really cool, I think anyway. This took a lot of research to get this right. But basically what this is a 100 watt USB-C power delivery. My MacBook Pro, which is how we watch films, it's when I do work and stuff like that when we're in the Defender, this needs 67 watts of power to fast charge. iPhone is about 20 watts. These 2 USBs down here, these are 5 watt. So that won't even touch the laptop. It'll charge an iPhone, but really slowly. If I ever want to charge the laptop, we have to plug this in to the mains. We have to have the brick, which like sits out here. Super inefficient because it's converting 12 volt to 240 and then back down. It's just a lot of fanning around to just power a laptop, which can be powered by USB-C. So it all sounds kind of boring, but it's going to solve a really annoying problem that we have. So yeah, we're going to get more battery power, and we're also going to make charging laptops way more efficient. 100 watt USB-C at the top, and then 36 watt USB-A at the bottom. They're so light compared to normal batteries. But yeah, basically exactly the same thing. So we're going to upgrade to 200 amp hours. Right, we're going to take my battery out. Old one, new one, exactly the same. We just need to make some little jumper harnesses. So I just need to get positive to positive, negative to negative. We'll run it in parallel because we want 12 volts, 200 amps. We don't want 24 volts, 100 amps. That would be series. So we're gonna wire it in parallel. I've got my thick cable. I've got some big terminal ends and hydraulic crimps. So let's make some cables. That's sick, I like that. Negative done, positive next. Alright, little positive one made as well. I'm not going to connect them up yet though. I'm going to get them in the truck first. Then we'll have lots of power. Right, let me just do a quick check. With lithium, you've got to make sure they're not like, the difference isn't too huge. Battery 1 is 13.13. Battery 2 is 13.26. Perfect, so we're 0.13 difference, which is fine. 2 little straps, ready to go. I ran out of red heat shrink, which has kind of annoyed me a little bit. But fun little fact, this is the red battery cable we pulled from my E36 years ago when we first pulled the engine out. So still using parts of it to this day. Let's get these 2 batteries in, get them tied down, secured, and then we'll join them up. So one's like tucked in there. I'm just gonna shove that one there. And then this is pretty crude, but it works. We're just gonna butt it up with that. Good enough for me. All right, so all my electrics are actually behind this seat. I'm not gonna show you because it's absolutely disgusting. Did it at 5 AM on the night before we went to Europe. So it is an absolute mess and I need to address it at some point, but we have a negative cable coming out there, and then we have the positive here. So basically, negative to there, positive to there, jumper cable, and then we have a 200 amp hour battery bank, and it's all connected to my 12 volt system, which is down there, don't look. All right, moment of truth. Very anticlimactic. And there we have 2 batteries connected, supposedly 200 amp hours. I'm happy with that. I mean, it's never going to be seen anyway. It's going to be tucked under there. I'm going to wait 10-15 minutes because the voltages need to should normalize and balance itself, and then they will both read the same voltage. Right, we're looking for the same on both. Battery 1, 13.2. Battery 2, 13.2. Hell yeah. And then diagonal should be the same. Yeah. That is awesome. Quick test. Flip my breaker. The fridge should turn on. We have a fridge. We have power. Diesel heater's turned on and the USBs have turned on as well. That actually wasn't too bad. I've been putting that job off for months. I don't know why. We can now go off grid for longer without having to drive, so we can park at the same spot, stay there for a few nights without having to kill our batteries. Next on the list, let's set up that USB-C charger so we can get fast charge laptops. There you go. It's got a little nut, securing nut on the back, and then that just flips up, and we've got it there. Close that. So we've got the 2 positive, negative, so we'll just connect that up to my 12 volt, which is really close by, behind my seat, and this should work. So literally 2 of them, a fuse, and then these 2 to go to my fuse box. Simple. We got power. There she is. So when you're sat here chilling, laptop open, then it's kind of just out the way. Yeah. Let's do a little iPhone test. Does it charge? And then this is USB-C, so I'm pretty sure I can charge this with that cable as well. I mean, it's already at 100%, but that's charging. And you can just tuck that behind there. That's pretty sweet. I don't really have time to prove to you that this is fast charging, but I will report back. I imagine it is. It's 100 watts, so it's going to be rapid. Usually to charge the laptop, we either have to plug a brick in down there or into here, and then it drains so much power because it is just so inefficient. Let me do the maths quick, hold on. My old system was 2000 watt inverter, we know that. So DC to AC inverter loss is like 20%, and then there's the AC to DC loss in the Apple brick, which is another 5-10%. So overall we've lost like 30% efficiency. This new system, because it's the PD, which is the power delivery, it's like intelligent, power loss is 5%. So the efficiency of my new system is 95%. Either way, it's cool, and this is a very clean setup, isn't it? So, fast charging on that. We've got 200 amp hours now. We are ready to go camping. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.